Welcome to week 3 of the RRUK Racing Truck League here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. After a couple of bad weeks, I really need a good week this week to get my championship back on track. As you see, Adam is at the top with Joshua in second, Richard Wilder in third, and I am way down the league so far, so hopefully a better result here will move me up. However, it doesn't seem like I've got the speed because I qualified all the way down in 9th position with Adam taking the pole and Andy close behind in second. So we're green flag on lap 1 of the 80 laps that we have here around Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I should mention here that I had a bit of a technical problem when it came to recording this particular race. The problem was I didn't press the record button. I know that means that this isn't going to be a very good video, but what I've done is I've recorded the replay just so that you can see what happens, and I will give you post-race narration to try to explain about what's going on and what's happening. So bear with me, apologise for that, and normal service will resume at the next race, which is at Texas. So you can see there Pete and Richard I think had a little bit of a moment, both of which managed to get going, and now I'm trying to beat Richard around the outside of turn 3. Hopefully I can clear him. Yes, I've just done that, and hopefully get back into a rhythm where I'm looking after my tyres and not causing too much trouble. I don't have the pace that these guys have here, so hopefully by looking after my tyres later on they'll start coming back towards me. So Richard has just taken that place back from me. If I'm honest, I know he's a faster driver than me, so I didn't challenge him too hard. I think that's Amy behind me. She's trying to get past me as well. Obviously if she comes by faster than me, I'll let her go at this early stages, because 80 laps is a fairly long race. We've still got a pit stop to make. There's I think we can go about 60 laps in this configuration before we need a pit stop. Not quite sure whether the tyres will last that long. In practice I did get fairly even tyre wear throughout the stint across all the tyres, so wasn't too worried about that, and in fact I did some of my better times with slightly worn tyres, so I think that was more of a reflection on how slow I am on new tyres rather than how quick I am on old tyres. So the yellow flag is out on lap 11. So Alan on the outside with Jones going down the inside. Pete's coming along and is trying to get some of that as well. Alan gets all the way down defensively onto the apron and pulls, loses control, pulls up into Pete there. So not a lot Pete could do to avoid that. Alan getting the worst of it though, actually flipping his truck, saving some tyre wear there, and getting going again. Hopefully that truck has survived without too much damage, as we don't have any fast repairs in this particular race. So I took 2 tyres on that stop to gain a bit of track position, came in 8th position and came out in 3rd. The car in front of me, Amy, took no tyres, stayed out for even more track position, and Adam in the 14 car to my right, and Steve in the number 6 car took the full 4 tyres, and will take advantage of that in the early stages of this stint. So there you see the 4 tyres of other people are getting past me. I'm not holding them up too much because I know that I'm not going to be quite as quick. I've got to look after my tyres because I only took half the amount as everybody else. But so far holding on to the pack fairly well. Nearly lost the back end there, just had to get out the gas for a second just to let the back end set back down on the racetrack. With 2 tyres, that's something I've got to keep an eye on. Now I've lost a bit of momentum, I've got the pack behind me trying to come past. Maybe it would have made sense to have got 4 tyres this early on. We'll see how it pans out. So we're on lap 20 here, and things are going okay, just keeping the pack behind me quite nicely. No real problems. I can see Jonas behind me, and I really didn't expect him to come in quite such a small gap there. But we'll have a look at the replay and we'll see what I could have done differently. So Jonas comes down to the corner there. Yeah, there is a gap there. There is a car's width, but I thought it was a bit of a risky manoeuvre for lap 20 of the race, and I was concentrating on the apex. So I probably didn't give him enough room once he started coming. But I think he probably could have made that move with 10 to go rather than just 20 laps done. From Jonas's point of view here, he is much faster through this corner. There is a little bit of room there, and he went for it. As Ayrton Senna says, if you don't go for the gap, you are no longer a racing driver. So Jonas, you're definitely a racing driver. One or two other drivers, such as Ben, got in the back of me and then quite heavily into the wall and stuff. Alan there as well took some heavy damage as well. Alan nearly made it through the wreck as well. Saw lots of stuff happening, made it through the gap, but Jonas just got into his rear quarter panel and spun him into the wall. Pete's point of view is at the back of the pack here. Gets quite a good view of it. Which way does he go? The track is completely blocked. Should have went low, mate, but got quite a close-up view of my truck there. So quite a lot of damage caused to many trucks there. Remember, this race and this series we have no fast repairs, so all repairs have to be done in the pits. I managed to get all of mine done over a couple of pit stops during that yellow flag. So here I take the restart in 10th place, I think it was. Got 4 new tyres now, but no track position, and got a lot of my repairs done when some of the others are still carrying quite a bit of damage, so I think I got off quite lightly. Looks like Ben in front is carrying quite a lot of damage, so I'm looking to try and get past him before I lose contact with the pack in front. So one advantage of recording the race like this is at least I know there's no swearing in it, so it certainly made it easier to remove anything like that out of the race commentary. But don't worry, next week there will be full swearing blotted out throughout, I'm sure. So the yellow flag is out on lap 29 here. Let's check the replay and find out what happened. So Jonas is still sporting a pretty beaten up truck after that last incident. He's struggling to stay on the number of laps down that he is, and he's really battling that truck to keep it in a straight line. This time it just gets the better of him, and he spins out with the pack coming towards him. That brings out the yellow flag. No one else is involved, but the caution is out. So the pace car is in on lap 34 for the restart. This time I took no ties. I stayed out for track position. I just pretty much wanted to do what everyone else didn't do, to try and see where that can get me. So I say lap 34 of 80 laps, and a couple of the faster guys get past me early on. That's expected, and I'm okay with that. It's not really them that I'm racing in this race. Oh dear, that was a bit more of the wall than I wanted to get, really. That as much as anything killed a whole bunch of momentum and allowed some guys to come past me. But once you've had an impact like that, it's important to know what you've got truck wise. If you put your foot down too much, then that can cause you to spin out. As it happens, it doesn't feel like there's too much damage. Once I've got control again, let's carry on. Once again, I think 4 tyres might have been the way forward, pretty much back where I would have started from. So if you made it this far through this video, then very well done. I'd be surprised to see anybody this far in, but if you'd like to take a look at some of my other videos, maybe some of the videos from previous races in this season or last season of the Radical Racing Trucks, then there will be a link at the end of the video to click on, or just check out my my videos page of my YouTube channel. Most of my videos are done with live commentary as I'm going around telling you what I'm thinking at the time. This is a one-off mistake where I didn't record it at the time and had to do the post-race commentary. So trying to remember what I was thinking at the time. I think at this time I was thinking that I seem to be dropping off people and I'll be lucky to stay on the lead lap, but it's we've still got quite a way to go, probably approaching about halfway, so still all to play for. And with the no free repairs on this series this season, anyone could lose it and nosedive into the wall and destroy their truck, so it's always worth getting to the end of the race. If you've made yourself this far through the video, I'll be even more surprised than last time. But please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The likes certainly help so that I can see that you appreciate what I'm doing and I'm not completely wasting my time. Any comments about the race or my driving style, video editing, or in other races my live commentary, that would be very interesting to hear. Remember, if you don't race with us, you're very welcome to join us, as long as you've got the iRacing membership, the truck and the track that we're racing on. As long as you want to be a courteous driver and not just turn up and wreck people, then please join us and check us out in the league pages for Radical Racing UK. So the caution is out again on lap 58. Let's check the replay and find out what caused it. So Andy and Richard Wild having another very close battle here. Richard on the outside of the turn here and Andy on the inside. It's really difficult to tell that. I don't think either of them were in the wrong at all there. I think they both were just racing for the same bit of tarmac, and a very slight touch there, and both of them spin out. I don't think either of them hit anything particularly hard, so the damage they got is the damage they had before, and on they go with under caution. So lap 63 restart. I took 4 tyres because I was going backwards, so I thought I may as well get some fast tyres here. And so, as I say, lap 63. This is the restart. So I got a good run on Alan here, so I go for the inside. He's just on the outside, he's really holding a good tight line, sort of middle lane along the turn 3-4 and getting a good run. Trying the apron here a little bit just to try and cut the corner a little bit, but just as I was getting up and onto the track, it back snaps loose on me as I enter the banking, and that's my chance gone for making that pass. Just then Alan gets a bit loose on exit. I thought he was going to come down all the way up into the top lane there, but luckily he held it, and that's an easier way for me to make the pass than when I was trying before. So Alan's trying everything to get that spot back off me. He's getting pretty close, and as we're pretty near the end of the race, I'm not giving him as much room as maybe I would have done earlier in the race. But good clean racing, and we'll see the next few laps who finishes in front. And they're wrecking up the front there. Yellow flag is out, and we're under caution. It's going to be only a couple of laps of green flag at the end. So Amy gets a run on Andy and just goes for the inside. Only a couple of laps left. It's definitely go time. Didn't quite pan out. Both drivers doing excellently well to hold that and not spin out and into the wall. That was quite impressive from the both of them, but it is enough to bring the caution out. So this is the lap 78 of 80 restart, so we're only going to have 3 green flag laps here. I took 4 tyres because I'm pretty much at the back anyway. I am in 7th place with 3 laps to go. This is go time. Pete managed to get past me. Farming Simulator 2015 is coming soon still, but I think he's been playing it, so all available now. With very close racing going on, as I say, it's go time. So I've got 4 new tyres. I think Pete has got them as well, as has Andy there. So if we weren't battling with each other, we might have had a chance to get past some of the guys in front, but we're pushing really hard here and probably holding each other up. So we've just taken the white flag. This is the last lap of the race. Alan's still really close behind me and looking to come past as we come into the final corner of the race. Pete in front of us, with Andy fighting hard as well. I'm doing all I can to get around this corner and hold it off the wall. Slight touch with Alan, and Pete and Andy crash as well. I think I might have hit Pete across the line there, so and that's the checkered flag. As you can see, I'm struggling to make the corner, and Alan is giving it all he can as well. We get slightly together as we come across the line, and then Alan gets a bit of an impact with Pete and on the outside wall as well. So Pete and Andy battling to the line, just coming up to the line here, and they just touch Andy on the rear quarter panel of Pete, and as they come across the line, Pete definitely gets the worst of it and ends up on his side. So Jonas didn't think he'd quite done enough damage to his truck, and as he crosses the line here, he wants a piece of the action, and I think he might have missed Pete there, but got the wall, went underneath him perhaps, but good effort anyway, Jonas, well done mate. So congratulations to Steve Barker for taking a very close win there from Adam. Richard Wild in 2nd and Luke in 3rd. I came home in 7th place in the end. Unfortunately, only 11 drivers managed to make the starting grid this week. So if you are watching this and you would like to join us, then you are more than welcome. Just join the league and turn up. Next week we are at Texas. So that is another 1.5 mile oval, which I thought I was alright at, but we'll wait and see, because I thought I wasn't too bad at Las Vegas. Just didn't have the pace around here, I don't think. Again, apologies for the recording and the video not being a live video, a video of the replay instead. I will make sure that the technical difficulty, which we've tracked down to somewhere between the computer chair and the keyboard, where I didn't press the record button. Yeah, join us. It's on Wednesday nights, so join us for that if you want to join in. If you can't wait that long, you can have a look at last season's races, the Texas race, and the last season is linked down on the bottom left. If you want to see my last season's Skip Barber road course racing, then that's one in the icon in the middle, and on the right hand side there is the link to my Gen 6 season that I'm doing this season. So I've only done 2 races so far. First one was at Texas, which went okay, and the second one was at Miami, Homestead, Miami. So I'll let you have a look at that one and see what you think. Last race at Martinsville, click there to have a look at that. League table at the moment, Adam is starting to run away with it, with Richard Wild and Luke, his closest rivals. I've made my way up now to 6th position, but I'm really not having a very good season. Average finish of 11th. That's not very impressive when there's about 11 cars turn up each week, so need to try and improve that. And we'll start with next week at Texas, so join me if you can, and if you got this far, thanks very much indeed for watching.